At this juncture,
That's my worry.
At this juncture, we will certainly continue the conversation, Mr. Okechukwu, but we're going to throw it over to Lagos, where my colleague Gimba is standing by with a guest. Gimba?
Thank you, Ajuri. I have with me to still continue these deliberations. Babatunde Ogala is the National Legal Advisor of the APC. You just heard what Mr. Osita Okechukwu, the DG of VON, said, basically saying that Adams Oshiomhole should resign. Do you think there's a basis for that to be considered?
I have listened to Osita Okechukwu and I listened very well. It would appear everything he has said is personal between him and Adams Oshiomhole. I'm not in a position to speak for Adams because he made reference to their telephone discussions that I was not privy to. He made reference to things that happened. But the ones that concern the party are the ones I would rather want to talk about because he's expressed personal views, he's expressed his anger, he's expressed his disappointment with the Enugu primaries, he's expressed the discussions they had. So they are all personal between him and Adams because he's talked about Adams. I'm not Adams Oshiomhole's spokesman. However, as a senior member of the party, honestly, my appeal to Osita Okechukwu would have been that we should explore internal, because he has used some words, in my opinion, that I think are too strong, that ought for a party man, that ought not to be used. We are national television. If we all want President Buhari to be elected, as we all wish, if we want this party to win in 2019, we do not throw our party under the trailer. It's not like we all don't have grievances. Like some people will know, I used to be a member of the House. I lost my seat. But that also does not mean that I should throw the party under the trailer. Those are my grouses with some of the things he has said. He's a very senior member of this party. And even beyond the younger ones like us, if I could say so, at the top level, there are things that could be resolved. The party, of course, like I said earlier, has its internal dispute resolution mechanism. They are there. And we need to also understand the stock of the APC today is not the stock of APC in 2018. In 2014. In 2014, this was a party that even the then ruling party did not take seriously. That said, will not, in 2013, somebody said he cannot survive for 6 months or 1 year. It went on to win elections. The public, in certain parts of the country, the party was seen as a leper. It was called names. But today, in those parts of the country, almost everybody, even including elected senators, legislators, are decamping to this party. Many of them are now seeking the tickets of the party. So the stock in 2014 can be the stock in 2018.
Are you saying that there was no crime committed by Adams Oshiomhole when
Crime?
Mr. President, hold on, let me just land on this. When Mr. President says that all the issues that have arisen from the primaries will be addressed,
yes,
he has given that assurance to
yes,
those aspirants who feel aggrieved,
yes,
to some extent.
Yes.
Is there any crime that Adams Oshiomhole has committed?
I think we need to be careful here. Don't forget I'm a lawyer. The word crime is too strong a word to use. What crime? Only the courts can determine if somebody has committed a crime or is guilty of a crime. And to my knowledge, I'm not aware that Adams Oshiomhole has been put on trial or any crime has been alleged against him by the law enforcement agency. So,
Mr. Osita said that he put in his cronies there to preside over some of the primaries in some different states.
Yes.
Would you consider that as an abnormality?
That is why I keep saying Mr. Okechukwu has said too many things that are personal between him and Adams. And I'm not ready to defend Adams. But
is it personal if it has to do with federal character?
No, if you talk about NWC.
Is it personal if it has to do with federal character principles?
Sorry, sir. If you talk about NWC, nomination process, it is a process. Perhaps Mr. Okechukwu could just have asked, or indeed any other Nigerian, how were those names arrived at? How did we arrive as a national working committee at the list of those who went to conduct the primaries? Is it about where you come from or about credibility? I think we need to be careful. We should look, I mean, it's unfortunate if they were populated by people from a certain state. What about the membership? In each of those panels, there were 5 members.
He went ahead to say that look at all those places where his cronies and names had primaries, had got issues. That's what he's saying. Can you address that particular issue?
I will not
why
speak
is
for,
it? Why is it that those
I will not speak for Adams Oshiomhole.
Why is it that those states where his cronies, as alleged by Mr. Osita, says that those primaries held in those states have got issues? Why then would you say that he doesn't have a point in that submission?
I am not joining issues with Mr. Okechukwu, and I will not. I will not. This is internal party issues, so I will not come on national TV to start crossfiring with a senior member of my party. Please.
But he's a member of your party, and he has brought up these issues.
He has chosen
and you are the legal advisor of your party. Why can you not address it in front of national television?
I will not. I will not. That is not my own idea of party discipline. I will not. I don't want to join issues with him. I won't. I'm not saying he's wrong or right, but I will not come on national television to start crossfiring. If you put me a PDP member here, we can crossfire, not a senior member of my own party. And then we start throwing brims and banters about, even if our party has inadequacies, it's not me that will come on national television to condemn my party.
Mr. Ogala, Ogala, are you aware
yes.
that in your party,
yes.
at the fallout of the primaries that
yes.
happened, Ogun State, for instance,
yes, one.
Katsina State, for instance,
Katsina,
Lagos State, for instance,
Lagos,
Kaduna State, for instance, Zamfara State, for instance,
no,
all of these states have got issues that have not been solved.
That is untrue. I come from Lagos. I do my politics here. I was an elected representative here. I was a nominee of Lagos State. There is no single issue in Lagos as we speak.
Is there issues in Ogun State?
There is no issue in Katsina as we speak.
Is there issues in Ogun State?
No, wait now. You counted several states. Let me take them one after the other. There is no issue in Katsina, which you mentioned. There is no issue in Kebbi, which you also mentioned. And even in Ogun, that you have now, the fact is, when elections are held, there will be winners and there will be losers. And it is only natural that losers will feel, I should not have lost. It is only natural that losers, even in Ogun, that we all make a law of capital, Governor Amosun. Governor Amosun, as a true party man, as a true Democrat, has continuously said, I remain committed to APC. So whatever the issues are, let us look, gubernatorial, yes. The Governor Amosun has a preference for a candidate, another candidate won. He felt that the primaries process were not well managed. He felt.
The allegations, let me bring you. The allegations is that the chairman of your party, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, had got his preferred candidates in some of those states. Is that true?
Is that what Governor Amosun told you?
Is that true?
Is that, how can you ask me such a question? You are not talking to...
You are the legal advisor. Who will know better?
You do not, if you know I'm the legal advisor, you won't ask me questions as a lawyer, not as, is that true? No, you don't. I mean, I'm too big to be put under such a jacket. So we must state issues. We must look at the states one after the other, every case on its merit. There were 360 House of Representative seats, 109 senators, and about 800 assembly seats at stake. Now you've isolated maybe about 6 or 10 cases, or even 20. And it is inevitable that in a primaries process, there will be the aggrieved, there will be winners, there will be losers, and there will be people who are not happy. And like I've said to you, even off air, we have a party's internal dispute mechanism. Like Osita Okechukwu himself has said. He said even the president has said, we will address all of these issues. Please. Why don't you even have respect? Why don't we even have respect?
If the internal mechanism of your party is working, then why are we having these myriads of problems coming out of the PDP?
Where are the
APC,
problems? You are the one saying the problems. I've said to you, there are 360
House there's no problem in Niger State?
Let me speak, please. Let me speak. Let me speak.
Go ahead.
I'm not one that you will ambush. I think we need to get that straight. I cannot be ambushed.
No one
So
is
you
trying
let
to
me
ambush
speak.
you. Nobody is
You
trying
have
to
raised
ambush you.
Ogun. Before I finish Ogun,
Speak. You have
moved
the
to
floor. You can
Katsina.
speak.
Now you've gone to Niger. There's no. I mean, let me finish on one issue. Like I said, if the president, like Osita Okechukwu has said, if the president, as our leader, have said we would address all of these issues out of respect for him, if we really respect him as party men, shouldn't we give him a chance to do that?
Do you think the president is not concerned about what is happening in the APC
Why
today?
would he not be concerned?
Then why
Am
do
I
you say
not
that there's no
concerned?
problems there?
Who has said that? Who have said that to you? I said to you, please, and I want you to listen to
You
me.
have to try not to contradict yourself,
No,
because you said that there are no
have
problems
to
in your
listen.
party.
You have to listen to me. I have said to you that where we have 360 seats, House of Reps, 109 Senate, and over 800 House, there are bound to be issues. They are bound to be. It's inevitable.
And you said maybe 20 of the issues are not issues.
Well, I mean, you might want to decide what you want to hear and want to attribute it to me.
Okay, we'll take a short
as
break. When we
against
come back,
what I
we'll
am saying.
have more
Because you are just
discussions
listening
about
to
this.
yourself and
In
refusing
just
to
a
listen to
moment.
me.
Join us again.